Relatively basic question. Keep in mind that they won't let you use a graphing calculator on this particular type of question. This will definitely be in the no calculator section. So knowing the basic rules of graphing is important. So y equals mx plus b is what's happening here. In y equals mx plus b, your b is your y-intercept and your m is your slope. So your y-intercept is where the line crosses this line, which is your y line. And if your m is positive, it's going to be a positive slope, which means it's going uphill. But if it was a negative slope, it would be going this way because it's going downhill. So those are really the basics you need to know. Now in this scenario, f of x equals negative 2x plus 4, and it's asking you to identify which of the graphs shows this equation. Now f of x is the same thing as y. This is where a lot of people get confused. F of x is literally just a fancier way of writing y. So this line is just y equals negative 2x plus 4. Now that 4 tells me that the y-intercept is positive. Now if I look at answer choice A, B, C, and D, they're all positive, but I can eliminate B. The reason I can eliminate B is because this is a linear equation. That means there's no squared or cubed. So for that reason, you know, it has to be a straight line. Linear comes from line, so I'll eliminate B. Now the slope here is negative 2. That means it must be going downhill. Now if I look at the answer choices carefully, the only ones that are going downhill are answer choice A and answer choice D. Answer choice C is going uphill. So now I'm just left with A and D. Now the last thing I need to figure out is my slope. Slope is rise over run. So let me write that down. Slope equals rise over run. Now I'm not going to redraw the graph on here, just because you have the graphs right to your left. So if you look at answer choice A, the rise, if I'm looking at the y-coordinate of 4, from 0 to 4 it rises by 4 and it runs by 2. So over there for answer choice 4, it rises by 4 and runs by 2. So that's answer choice A. And 4 divided by 2 is 2, and that's a downhill slope, so that's a negative 2. So that tells me my answer is A, because the rise is 4, the run is 2, which reduces to 2, and since it's a negative slope, negative 2, that matches up with what I have here, making my answer choice A. Just to check it out, look at what's happening in answer choice D. My rise there, if I'm starting at 0, 0, the rise there is 4, and if you look at the run from 0, it's also 4. So slope for answer choice D will be 1, which is what not this, or negative 1, sorry, and which is now what the slope is here, making my answer A on this one.